So strong.
What's
Look at my
up?
eyes.
What's up, everybody?
It's not fart smell. It's that whatever you sprayed is burning me.
Oh, man. Per usual, I just shit in the room. And
Look at me. I look bald.
you do. Well, you were sitting down earlier.
Well, I
Right.
told you not to move it.
Per usual, Kevin fucked up the intro.
No one believes that it was my fault.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Ordinary Guy Show.
I'm not prepared this time for the first time in a while.
Nope, this is gonna be good. We got some good stuff going on. We haven't had a chance to. We haven't all been here in a while. So, Kevin, got any updates?
About life?
What's going on this week?
I've just been working like crazy. I haven't had time to breathe. I haven't even had time to watch basketball. Is this gum good, or has it been licked or something?
Fucking squirrel?
Is this gum good?
No, we fucking lick all the gum in this house.
Well, I say that because Camden likes to take Doritos and lick all the stuff off of them, put them back in the bag.
That's pretty messed up, man.
Yeah.
But so everybody, we got Sam in the house. What's up, Sam?
What's going on?
What's up with you, man? What's going on?
Same old, same old.
His mic either isn't on or he's talking in the wrong part of it.
What is that?
Test.
You can't hear him.
I can't hear him. Are you muted?
Talking that part.
Good?
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
He had you muted.
You're muted. Well,
All right,
guys,
so we're going to start this over.
We're off-
Welcome to the Ordinary Guy Show.
we're off to a good start. So, a couple things going on. Kevin's been posting a lot to social media. Appreciate that, Kevin. I've been out of it for a little bit, but you got a lot of shit going on. You've been busy. We're getting into Kevin's busy season, so we might have to start Skyping him in every now and then. And
Let's be honest, nobody's going to miss it.
what?
Me.
We'll make it so it looks like you're here.
Shrek again?
We'll try. Yeah.
Or potato?
We'll do the potato.
Just get a cardboard cutout, put it in the chair.
Yeah.
Did you see Smashed Potato?
We'll have to pull it up and show you.
Yeah.
We had a potato fill in for Kevin. Did way better.
Ratings skyrocket.
Ratings went through the roof.
He had headphones on and everything.
People
good.
loved it. People loved
Yeah.
it. The funny thing is we forgot to get rid of the potato. So like 2 months
no.
later,
It's growing
he
spuds.
grew all over the place. It was disgusting. Kevin, what's up with the Kevto updates? How
I'm
you
down to 250 as of last night. I just drank 17 pounds of coffee.
Yeah,
so
me
I'm probably
too.
like 254 at this point.
I'm gonna liquid shit my pants here in a minute.
But no, I'm not on keto anymore. I am now on low calorie because I just had to have a change. And I've been doing the bike thing. So I got an off-brand Peloton called an Echelon, and it is awesome.
Should rename it to the Dechelon.
The
Yeah,
Dechelon.
the Dechelon. That sucker will
Echelon.
kill you. Like, seriously kill you. But here's the good thing. So I used to go to the jump house is what I call it, like the trampoline places.
Yeah.
And I used to almost die every time. And I went a couple days ago. I never even felt like I was going to throw up.
Cardio, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm actually getting in shape.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good shape, but it's shape.
Light
Oh.
cigarette, punches avocado.
Yep. No, I mean cardio. Dude, I'm telling you, cardio's where it's at. I mean, so for example, like with me with running, I can go and there's times where I know, like, shit, I have not run in a little
You
bit.
feel it, yeah.
You feel it,
Yeah.
like you're struggling for something that you should be able to do easy. And then there's the days that you've done a little training. So I started speed training again, and now my like mid distance runs, I feel better. I don't feel like I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which sucks running here in like almost 90 degree
Oh, yeah.
weather though.
Humidity.
I forgot about something I was proud of.
What's up?
You know how have you been to the one in Rockledge with the multi-height basketball goals?
No.
Trampoline you can dunk. So they have like a 10-footer. They have like an 8-footer, a 12-footer, and like a 14-footer or 10-footer. I don't know. But the tall one, I used to barely be able to dunk it. I reverse
get it now?
dunked that mother.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. And like these little kids thought I was cool, which
Yeah.
made me
Who's
feel
that guy?
real cool. They're like, who's that fat guy that's doing reverse dunks?
Who's the basketball that just dunked a basketball?
Yeah. They have an obstacle. They have like the ninja obstacle course there. You've been there, right, Frank?
Which one?
The one in Rockledge.
Sky Zone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the obstacle course?
Yeah.
I cannot make it through the end.
I've done it.
You never made it through the end.
I have.
You swung across.
That's champ.
We're going there on site.
I'd like to see that. Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, this is me probably like 10 pounds lighter than I am now. It must have been Ava's birthday. It was probably back in. It wouldn't have
There's
been.
no way you did
No.
the one that was like this, that sways.
I think it grabbed onto it and swung.
I don't believe you.
It's like a Ninja Warrior course or something.
Yeah, I definitely did 2 of them. Maybe it wasn't that one, but I definitely did 2 of them.
Well, that one looks ridiculous.
I did 2 to 3. There was the one where you there's a couple things you can swing on, like the individual ropes or something.
Mhm.
You haven't been there, you said,
No, I
right?
haven't been there.
It was either the ropes with like the knots at the end, but not the knots, like the plastic. You
Oh,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like so, it's
Like a lap pull rope.
yeah, but like a bigger one, right? I remember doing that, and I remember being surprised. I was like, dude, like 6 months ago, I couldn't hold my own body weight, but I was fucking fat. I was
Yeah.
like 40 pounds heavier,
Yeah.
and
Probably 40 degrees hotter, too.
40 degrees.
Constantly sweating.
But yeah, I was like, as soon as I was done, I was like, yeah, felt badass.
We need to do a side-by-side of, like, a clip of when we first did the first show. Did you hear that's why I went on a diet? That was the reason. I saw myself on our first show we did on live video.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm like, holy
What the fuck?
shit.
Yeah.
I go, that is one fat Kevin.
Yep.
Yep.
Motivation.
Everybody was fat, though.
Oh yeah.
Except for Matt.
Did you ever see? Did you ever see my side by side picture?
No.
We'll have to find it. You guys
I
keep
did the
talking.
side-by-side backwards. It looked like I gained weight. Because I did the skinny one on the left.
Oh, nice.
And I did the fat one on the right. So that was
The
exciting.
reverse.
So everybody's like, I don't think your diet's working. I'm like, dude, it's backwards. Just
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the date on the bottom.
Yeah.
Who commented on that? Somebody commented on
yeah,
that.
I'm like, you jackass. I
Who was
forget.
that? I have to
don't
look it up.
remember.
That shit was really funny. No, it was. I know it was. I don't remember who it was.
I don't
It was
know.
Tony. I think it was Tony.
It was Tony.
I think it was Tony. He was just like gained weight.
Question mark.
Like, so what happened? You get a little fatter.
And
there,
how about
Kevin?
I post a very positive thing and somebody goes, Frank must have posted that. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
You're doing
was-
it wrong.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It was not me.
No.
I saw how was the entering the women's bathroom? You want to elaborate a little bit more on that?
I did it again
You did
afterwards.
it again. Nice.
Yeah, this is my new thing now. So I went into Circle K and there was a whole group, like a bus.
Yeah.
A bus of guys that got off and went in the bathroom. And they're all waiting in line. I'm like, you guys going to the bathroom? And they're like, yeah. Not that word, though.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, screw this. I'm going in the women's. Like, I've already done this once. I'm doing it
You're a
again.
pro. You're a seasoned pro.
Here's the thing. You always hear it's cleaner in there. It's not.
Women's now. It's even to me. It's even grosser because they're women. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying? It could be just as dirty as the men's room, and you're like, God damn it!
Just because they're women.
Just because it's like it's not supposed to be this gross in here.
It
Because
smells
you know the shit you
just
do
the
in that
same.
bathroom, and you're like, God damn it, she does the same shit in here.
They stand up on the toilets. That's
Fucking stand up on toilets so they can squat.
What is it you're looking for over there?
Squatty
Your picture?
Yeah, I don't know. They're so lost.
You know they're not going to be able to see it on the camera anyway.
No, I was gonna send it to myself and put it on the screen.
Oh.
But anyway,
How much have you lost since first show? I'm at like 36 pounds.
I feel like I was losing weight before the first show, though. I felt like I started, but I don't know. I don't know. When I started, I was probably in the 240s. I was probably like 242. But
That's
the
up
last I remember weighing myself was 238.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. You can definitely tell. Fat fuck.
Sam looks the same as he did in high school.
Yeah.
Some of us are just built.
I got a little extra weight, though.
Oh man.
I'm a 200.
Yeah, right now I'm probably like, well, right now after dinner and all this coffee, I'm probably like 205. But I'll take a nice hefty shit.
I'd have to have AIDS to be 205.
lose some water weight.
I would.
Did you see that picture I sent you about that skeleton about Kevin Hart? The
Oh
the
my God, yeah.
You got that?
Yeah. Here, I'll show you this one too.
Here's something you probably didn't know, Sam. In my prime, I'm talking my prime, 303 pounds.
Wow. Jesus.
Yeah. Wow. That took a lot of peanut butter. Oh, my God.
So for those of you guys who don't see this, don't want to take too much away from the people who can't see what we're talking about. Sam and I were joking yesterday about like the beef with Kevin Hart and The Rock. Like those two were fucking made for each other.
Yeah, for sure.
The shit that they do is so the them interviewing each other
Imitate
each other.
Yeah, that's the best.
Was the best clip on the internet.
He's slapping himself in the chest. Hey,
Do
give
it,
me that thing with the thing.
Do it,
Thing.
Sam.
You know the thing.
But it's Kevin Hart with that. He does the Rock smile.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
the big old teeth sticking out there.
Yeah,
And
it's
you can
so
tell
good.
he's trying not to lose it.
You cry laughing watching that. It's so funny.
And so we watch it. I mean, no lie, at least once a month it's on the TV. Like we're watching it, cracking up laughing.
Oh, yeah.
That shit makes me laugh so hard. But the reason why we're talking about it was because, dude, listen to this shit. So far, The Rock's got Hobbs and Shaw. Has that come out yet? Mm-mm. Okay, so Hobbs and Shaw, Hercules 2, Jumanji 2, Jungle Adventure Cruise.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Dude, and I want to say wasn't there another one that we were talking about?
What was it?
I heard he was going to run for president.
No, he said no. But
I feel like he's the only one that had to have a chance other than Trump.
Could you imagine, though,
Yeah.
if Kevin Hart ran and he ran as a vice president?
Security detail.
America's stupid enough to vote like 90% landslide victory.
I'd vote.
Head of security detail and vice
Yeah.
president.
I'd vote. It's kind of like, that reminds me of Joe Rogan's joke when he talks about how they had a chick guarding the White House and some dude got in.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
He walked through the front
he
door.
walked through the front door. He's like, look, you could put me there.
Yeah.
And a fucking 300-pound dude is going to get in the White House.
What happened to the snipers on the roof and the phantoms flying over the White House?
But it's just like, yeah. So you go to the White House and you open the door and the fucking Rock's standing there and you're like, God damn it, today's gonna
They filming a movie here today? What are they-
not today.
What's the new White House down movie? They got like 3 of them, don't they?
Olympus.
Yeah. they got-
Olympus has fallen, and London has fallen. I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah, I couldn't make it through. London has fallen.
I couldn't either. I never.
It was rough, but I mean, I give Gerard Butler the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
He's a bad dude. Gamer was legit. Remember?
Yeah.
Gamer
Yeah.
and Law-Abiding Citizen.
That was a good one.
That was fucking good.
That was a good one.
I still like the one where he was the male reporter and it was the chick flick. Can't remember the name of it.
Oh yeah, with
But that was good.
Katherine Heigl.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was a good movie.
I
Where
don't
they put the
remember
vibrating underwear on her.
Oh yeah. And they go out to dinner. Yeah.
that. I don't remember that. I do know that in Law Abiding Citizen, when he has that dude hanging and he peels off his fucking skin with a razor blade.
Yeah.
Remember that? He's like, no, I'll give you the shit where you can't move, but
Oh
you
yeah.
can
when he's
feel
on, yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And he fucking peels the dude's
He cut his eyelids off so he could
cut his
watch.
eyelids off. What the fuck? I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of shit I
Savage.
feel like I would do.
Oh,
If
yeah,
somebody
for
fucking
sure.
killed my daughter.
Yeah.
No, Man on Fire, best one ever.
Oh, with Denzel.
That was good, Denzel.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good.
That's an older movie.
That is.
Freaking shoving that bomb up.
Isn't
that
he
dude's
doing
butt.
a remake? His only sequel he's ever going to do, Equalizer 2.
He already
Is that
did it.
true?
He did it.
But is that true though?
That might be the only sequel he's ever
Because
done.
I heard that somewhere. And
I can't
I
think
tried
of-
to think of what else has he done and remade, and I couldn't think of anything.
Can you think of anything, Kevin?
I don't know, but his son's a really good actor. Do you know who his son is?
Is his
Kevin
last
Hart.
name Washington?
No. Did you watch Black Klansman? He was the head role in Black Klansman, but he's also the receiver on the frickin' Rock HBO show about football.
Oh,
He's
Ballers.
he's the main receiver guy on Ballers.
You
but
know, I've
he's
never
good.
seen Ballers, and we just signed up for HBO now because of Game of Thrones.
Ballers is awesome.
I completely forget that was on there. I'm gonna
Ballers
catch
good.
that
I haven't
on
seen that.
while I enjoy my 1 month.
I watched an episode of The Shop. I haven't seen that before.
The one I've been watching is Chernobyl.
I
Holy
love
crap.
I love it.
Yeah.
Totally. As
Anything
soon
history.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, well, record that one.
Dude, their skin was literally melting off.
The coolest shot was the radiation cloud with the trees just turning brown. It was just drifting towards Pripyat.
Well, that and
What movie? is it?
Chernobyl.
like when he walks in the room and looks down where the reactor was,
Yeah.
and it's just molten.
Yeah, it's insane.
They're like, pump water in there. They're like, there is no room.
Yeah. Well, the biggest problem is if it leaked through the floor and hit them water tanks,
Yeah.
then a big hydrogen bomb.
So
Yep.
we do actually have a topic, but since we already started bringing it up, let's turn this into we'll do a quick movie review. All right, off the top of my head. So we'll do two things. We mentioned, well, let's just do it this way. We mentioned Gerard Butler and we mentioned Denzel. Best Gerard Butler movie. We'll do like the top two and then the top.
300.
Oh, three. I fucking forgot about
300 was
300.
None compared to that.
Yeah.
So you know, like the story about 300. So you know how in the beginning of the movie, it's the guy from Game of Thrones. It plays the guy with the one eye.
I don't remember.
So
in Game of Thrones, he plays the guy with one eye.
no.
300.
Ned Stark.
He's the one that went back.
Oh.
He survived. He went, or he
survived.
got sent.
He
back.
got sent back because of the injury, and he was smart, so they sent him back. So what I, because the movie is very dramatic, right? So it's like a lot of that shit can't be real, right? You're watching this movie, it can't be real. Guy's not really a god. There's no whatever. But then you get so caught up in the movie that you're like, oh man, this is so cool, But then you have to realize that he's telling the story.
Right.
So what you're seeing isn't what happened. What you're seeing is the story, which created these gods, which created these, these fucking legends.
Yep.
Which is kind of cool because then if you go watch it again, knowing that you're watching a story, you're like, oh, because they're sitting by the fire, they're about to fight. He's pumping everybody up before war,
right.
and he's just like, no, we're fine. Think about what 300 people just did.
Yeah.
When really, they got fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, but they killed a lot of people too.
They killed a lot of people.
According to legend.
According to legend, but they killed fucking giants.
Did you see the second one?
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah, but so the idea with that,
with that girl in it.
Yeah. She's in a couple things that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Fun fact, real off topic a little bit. The fiance of in movie Twister. Remember Twister?
Yeah.
His fiance.
We got cows.
We got cows.
Hey, well, hold on. We got cows.
It's another cow.
So that lady is the owner of the Atlanta Hawks.
Really?
I did not know that.
She was the delegate for the draft. I totally blew my mind. I was like, that's the fiance from Twister. And Ashley's like, how do you know this shit? I was like, movie buff.
That's funny because I've never saw her in anything else.
Yeah,
do you remember seeing her in anything else?
First time I seen her was at owner of the Hawks.
So she made some good business decisions.
Well, or married somebody that was into the thing.
Did you hear the rumor about the draft on LeBron's envelope to get number 1? They claim that they supposedly froze it so whoever was picking it felt the cold one to know to get LeBron.
Oh, for Cleveland?
Yeah. Isn't that messed up if that's true?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, there's been bigger conspiracies.
Back then, they just changed the way they did it, the draft this year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't really follow the NBA draft too much. I did this year just because it was hyped up so much. But
of Zion.
Was it just the lowest winning record?
Gets more chances normally.
Well, back then though, was it just they got the first pick though? I don't think they had the. They still had the lottery.
There was more envelopes. I forget how it worked.
Well, see, the three of the 4 teams that had the highest percentage were like 5 through 8. They didn't even get the top 4 picks.
Back then.
Last week, yeah. Like the Bulls had a 14 or 12% chance. New Orleans had a 6% chance to get in the top 4, and they got the number 1 pick.
What's going to be funny is the Brow talking all that shit, wanting to leave. Now they got Zion. Watch him stay.
He doesn't want to be there though. That's the
dude. He's
consensus.
He's turned down $70 million to not be there.
70, yeah. But I mean, they have Zion now, so they'll be more willing to let him go if they can trade for other role players as Zion.
That $70 million isn't like that's his contract and he can get 50 somewhere else. Like that's the difference. Like they could pay him 70 more, right?
That's still on his contract, guaranteed.
It's fucking crazy. That's crazy. But so you're sticking with 300?
Yeah, it's the
300
best
for
movie.
All right, what about Denzel? Is it Man on Fire? That's a good one.
Or Equalizer 1.
Equalizer 1 was good.
The Siege was good.
Which one was The Siege?
About the terrorist bombing. And he was an FBI agent, and Bruce Willis was the general. That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
He's got a lot of good movies.
He has a lot of good movie. And what was the other one? Dude, Book of Eli. Was it Book of Eli or was it just
it's
Eli?
where he's blind. I didn't know he's blind until like 90% of the movie was done.
The Bone Collector was good.
Bone Collector. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, so Denzel's done way better movies than Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think all the movies that we just mentioned are at least 7s.
The one where he was the drunk airplane pilot and he flew the plane upside down.
I never saw that one. Was it good?
good.
I didn't see that one.
Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. That was good.
Only
He's
to
good.
you. Only to you.
He's good. It's Denzel.
Yeah.
Denzel. You watch Denzel and he's playing like somebody, you're like, oh, he's good.
I think was Olympus Has Fallen or what? Which one had Gerard Butler on it? Was that one?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
I think it was better than White House Down.
Which was?
That was
they were both Gerard.
No, that one was Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx.
Yes. Channing Tatum. Yes.
I mean that one had more humor in it. I think
the Gerard Butler one was better than
was
Channing.
Fucking
Channing Tatum.
Because the one had that
Taintum?
C-130 with that minigun out of it, just lighting up the. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. All right, so there we go. We did a movie review. I'll put that in the notes. But no, so Kevin was saying, Kevin, you had a topic you want to talk about.
We freaking forgot Training Day.
Oh, Training Day was good. That was a good movie. That's a damn good movie. All right, Denzel wins everything.
Yeah.
I think he's got the best movies.
Real quick, listen to these movies. Training Day, The Equalizer, Man on Fire, American Gangster, Flight, The Hurricane,
Gangster was good.
Philadelphia, Inside Man, Malcolm X, Glory,
Glory, yeah.
Remember the Titans,
Remember the Titans?
Crimson Tide, John Q, Out of Time,
John
Unstoppable.
Q is, I think, one of his best
John
acting
Q's
movies.
good. That was when his kid right in the hospital.
Heart transplant.
Safe House. They keep going. Listen, Pelham 123, Antoine Fisher, Book of Eli, He Got Game, Courage Under Fire, Devil in a Blue Dress, Pelican Brief, Deja Vu. Deja Vu.
Wasn't there
was one
some
of my
gay shit
favorites.
in He's Got Game?
I don't know, but he was in a movie called Mo Better Blues. Two Guns. That was that one when he did with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not
dude.
afraid of movies, man.
The Magnificent Seven, Fallen. Oh, I forgot about this one. And I bet you haven't seen it. I bet both of you haven't seen it. It wasn't too popular, but it was good. But Roman J. Israel Esquire, where he's an attorney. It's really good.
Nope. Never seen it.
Dude, there's so many movies he's in.
And most of them were good.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson, I think, has the highest grossing.
I'm tired of these snakes on this mother effing plane.
Bro, my favorite Samuel L. Jackson scene was in Deep Blue Sea. Was it Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah.
Where he's standing there and he's giving that fucking motivational Samuel L. Jackson speech, and the fucking shark comes out of nowhere. Spoiler alert, comes out of nowhere and fucking eats his ass.
There's one better, and you're going to agree. Pulp Fiction, the hamburger scene.
Oh, yeah.
That is the best Denzel scene ever.
What was the Black Snake Moan? Was that with the
Where
white
he's
chick out
front.
in the fucking on the chain out front of the house? Dude, that was a weird scene
He's
too.
got that look.
He really does, man.
It's like a meme, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's in that wife beater.
Yep.
That-
Oh yeah, that's a meme all over the damn place. But Kevin, you actually had a topic. Somebody had a relapse.
My girl, oh baby, baby, Britney Spears.
Do you know about this?
Yeah, she's lost her.
I didn't even look
again.
into it.
Her father is not doing well. He's, I guess, has some health issues.
All right, so you tell us what's going on with fucking Britney Spears.
Well, and you know that her dad is like her handler and has been since the whole problem when she shaved her head. So he's not doing well, which in turn she's not doing well. And I did a little research for like 3 seconds. I found out that Kevin Federline gets paid $30,000 a month
That's not enough.
for child support and alimony
Wow.
from her.
He has custody?
I don't know if he has full anymore.
He still gets that much money for child support? Damn.
And because she's on a hiatus, because she's out there in Vegas and she's got her own show. All of them are doing that now.
Yeah.
But she is supposedly going to lose $3 million because
She can't do the show.
she's put the show. I don't care how crazy. I'll shave my head again and do the show.
Absolutely.
$3 million. Like, I wonder what happened to her. Like, do you think that her being stupid and losing Justin Timberlake broke her down that bad?
Well,
Bro.
she can't sing, so that's probably one of the...
I feel like everybody has had that one relationship that really fucked you up for a little bit.
That one got her. Because
But you
he's
either-
doing so well
Well,
without
you either
her.
moved on to better, or like you personally are like in a better place, so kind of like negates that sort of a thing. She's fucking nothing she can do. She can't like not pull up an old yearbook. You get what I'm trying to say? Like her dude was Justin Timberlake.
the ultimate male.
Like she can't even watch Jimmy Fallon
Yeah.
Who
without
did she leave him for?
without a chance that he's on there. I don't remember.
Was it Kevin Federline?
I don't think
What a
so.
bad decision.
Lateral move. Definitely not a lateral move.
What happened to Britney Spears? Britney Spears may never perform again, her manager says.
I just told you what happened.
I wasn't listening.
Rewind.
So what happened?
Her dad's not doing well, and her dad's her handler. So she's had some issues for quite a while, and they think her meds are off. So she's heavily medicated. People that are,
Yeah, but what did she do?
she's just going nuts again. She's just Do you not remember? She really didn't do anything wrong last time. She just went nuts and shaved her head.
Yeah, she shaved her head like a fucking retard.
That's when I fell in love with her.
Dude, I'm looking at pictures, like old pictures of she was a hot mess.
Didn't he date Aguilera too?
No.
Apparently they all knew each other from the Mickey Mouse Club, and apparently they were just friends. But if I would have gotten it in. Dude, young Britney was cute.
No crap. We all liked her.
Here, let me see if I can get.
Do you not remember the Moon video?
Look at
with her red
tight outfit? Oh yeah.
Look at that though. He's like,
Justin's like, kill me now.
This bitch is crazy as fuck.
That could be a meme face right there.
Yeah, this is a fight.
He loved her though, because remember he did that Cry Me a River song after that.
No, it was Gone, wasn't it? Or no, it was. Which one was it?
Cry Me a River.
Oh. Dude, that one picture was hilarious. His face says it all. That one.
You know,
get me the fuck out of here right now. It's like, get me out of here. That was a real old one there.
Yeah.
Frank,
what's up?
You know how I know you're gay?
How so?
Because if you had the choice to kiss Britney Spears or Justin Timberlake, you'd choose Justin Timberlake.
One step closer to Jessica Biel.
That's right.
Dude, I think she is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. What's that movie with Adam Sandler? Where he's feeling her up?
Yeah.
God
dang it.
With the firefight, with Kevin James. What's that movie called?
Yes, Chuck and Larry.
Yeah, that's right. That was good. Did it pick it up?
Yeah, it picks it up.
You got a small mic down there?
That mic can't pick up anything.
but
his fart.
It's the high frequency.
I love it. So we actually, the real...
Let me get some of that top.
Let us know when you're done.
Says the person that always does it.
So the real topic for today's show, as we are 30 minutes in.
Perfect.
We're 30 minutes in, and we're finally getting to the meat and potatoes. So I'm at Sam's house. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I was at Sam's house yesterday, and we were talking about some stuff, and Sam starts dropping some knowledge about... well, it wasn't about the Korean War. What even brought that up? Do you remember what brought that up?
I don't know. We're just talking about America's superiority in wars.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We were talking about America's superiority in wars and how we used to do things as a country versus how we do things now, right? And part of it was how since when did it just become the norm to have to tell the world what we're gonna do before we even plan on doing it? It's like we're trying to get the approval of the world before we can plan an invasion somewhere that's supposed to be secretive. Now everybody's got a head start and they know about it.
It was a lot easier to keep secrets back then.
Sure, of course. The internet was...
stuff would happen and the public wouldn't find out months later.
They'd have to wait until... we were talking about... You have to wait until a movie came out to find out about it, right?
Exactly.
So Sam started telling me... He was like, oh, dude, listen to this. And Sam proceeded to tell me this following story. So, Sam, what you got for us?
So, Korean War, right after Stalin gave... what was the first Kim? ML Sung or whatever?
Yeah, hold on. I have it here somewhere. Kim Il-sung.
So the second one, the leader's now's father, I think it was, in the 70s? Check that, 76?
76,
anyway,
August
story,
18th.
There was a poplar tree in the way of a guard shack on the North Korean side of the DMZ, and usually they're real narrow trees, but this one was full. It was bushy. So they sent a delegation. We said, we need to trim it so we can see what's going on over there. And they're like, yeah, that's right, no problem. So they sent some guys over there, started trimming it up, and then the North Korean delegation went crazy and started taking the axes from the American delegation and hacking them up, like fighting them. And they killed 2 officers.
Yes. So I want to give because this story is... this
is on North Korean or South Korean land?
This is on the border.
It's on the DMZ.
Literally, the trees on the DMZ. So the officers were... Oh, am I in the wrong spot? Sorry, give me 2 seconds, right? I don't want to mess this up. Somehow I went to the wrong page. Okay, so the first is Captain Arthur Boniface and First Lieutenant Mark Barrett. They were both killed.
They were the ones who killed, yeah.
Yes.
So, the documentary I was watching, the general, whoever was in charge over there at the time, was talking to the president saying, what are we going to do about this? We got to We got to do something.
Well, so to put a little bit of context to this, this is kind of the topic we were talking about was retaliation and stuff like that, right? And I think, we've kind of beat around the bush with things on the show, but I think it's no secret that, like, there was shit that Obama did that we were kind of pissed off about, right? It's like crossing a line and then pulling the line back. Like, no, they didn't really cross the line.
You mean Iran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, here's the line, they cross it. And it's like, no, the real line's over here. That's just like the warning line.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
You just keep drawing it back.
You just keep drawing it back, right? So we're like, well, how should people really retaliate? And then so Sam talks about the story. So they're saying, well, how do we retaliate? They just killed 2 of our freaking officers in a non-violent. This was a non-violent. Like
supposed to be
action operation, right?
They're trimming a tree.
They're trimming a tree.
I mean, that's all that's going on.
They're trimming a tree. It's nothing crazy. So how do we...
Well, the generals, should we nuke them? Should we, because they had everything on the table.
Well, what did we just get done doing? We just bombed.
Well, that was in the 50. Well, that was during the Korean War.
Was it during the Korean War?
So,
Which is still going on, by the way.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the 3 years we were over there fighting. We dropped 1 bomb for every person. The population of Pyongyang is 200,000.
208,000 bombs or some shit like that, right?
Leveled the city.
Fucking leveled the city.
So
that's what we used to do.
They probably were a little sour about that.
Of course.
So when we cut their tree down, they were like, "That's it. We're not taking this shit anymore."
Which I give them, I give them credit, right? But obviously the action. So it's not like they lined up the army to fight.
Right.
They did some cowardly shit, and they basically look the killing of these 2 men was literally, if the accounts are correct, it's less than a minute.
Yeah, it was
like,
fast.
They basically hacked the dude down, and they're just bludgeoning him while he's on the ground. The other dude's trying to get out, jumps the fence, and dies, basically, after suffering injuries. So, but anyway.
Yeah, so the president decided, well, you know what, just go cut the fucking tree down. Because the backstory on that was the tree was planted by the first Kim, so it was sacred or had some special meaning.
Yeah.
They're like, just go cut it down and leave it there.
The tree had been planted by Kim Il-sung, so it was a special poplar tree. And you have to think about this, right? So imagine you got neighbors, right? And the thing where you got a cool neighbor who says, hey, if you got a problem with it, whatever's over the fence, like, just cut it down. Like, like if my neighbor said, hey, you mind if I cut whatever hangs over? I mean, go for it. I don't care.
So that confrontation that happened over there, it goes on every day in America.
Every day.
Weed, tree, flower, cut that shit down.
Yeah, just cut that shit down, right? It happens all the time. So basically they're like, hey, these motherfuckers are cutting our tree. Now, apparently, we let them know, like, we're cutting down a tree on our side.
Yeah, it was all agreed upon.
We're trimming it.
Right.
But the soldiers on the North Korean side that were there, it was like his hero moment.
Right.
It was like be a hero moment. So they killed these 2 officers.
And boy, did they pay the price.
But it's like, it's like this, Kevin. It's like you and me are neighbors, and your shit's over my yard, right? And I cut it down, and so to retaliate, you kill my fucking dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Right. So then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna cut that motherfucking tree down.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we did. So.
But the response.
So how do we cut this tree down, Sam?
So I might be a little fuzzy on the numbers. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know they flew 3 B-52 Stratoforces over Pyongyang while this was going on. They had like 21 Cobra attack helicopters, 15 Phantom F4s, was 1,800 troops. All of this military mobilization.
Were they going to bomb the tree down, or they just?
No, they just cut it down. And
they were non-violently going to cut the tree down, but literally the bomb bay doors were open.
Yeah, they just had the finger on the button, just
like fucking
shoot at us one time.
Do something.
Gone.
Fucking shoot us. Shoot us down.
But yeah, they sent all these people over there, tanks, APC carrier, everything, just to cut the tree down. Hopefully, they probably thought something was going to happen. They're going to retaliate, but.
Oh man! So I was,
Operation Paul Bunyan was
Operation Paul Bunyan. So
honestly,
you guys
they should have just gone and bombed his ass.
Well, sure, but at the same time, like I think the idea was if we can get out of it without full-fledged war.
Well, they were serious about nuking, sending a team in to assassinate him, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
and they just just go cut the tree down. I think that'll hurt even worse.
And this was in the 80s.
76. Yeah. So the event happened on August 18th, 76, and by August 21st, 3 days later, guys, this is right from Wikipedia. which, will have some inaccuracies, but it's the easiest thing for me to read that everybody can look up. So basically it says 3 days after the killing, a convoy of 23 Americans and South Korean vehicles, Task Force BairAir. So they went equipped with chainsaws to cut down the tree. So that's what they were saying. So those teams... So you have to realize
I'd have cut down every tree in the whole place.
But there's nothing else on the DMZ. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just
that one.
It's just this one poplar tree. So a convoy of 23 American and South Korean vehicles, not people, 23 vehicles equipped with chainsaws to cut down this tree. These teams were accompanied by two 30-man security platoons, Joint Security Task Force. They were armed with pistols and axe handles. The first platoon... Okay, so this kind of goes over the operation. The Team B... Team B had a 165 millimeter main gun and a combat engineering vehicle. The South Korean Special Forces were armed with clubs and trained in Taekwondo, supposedly without firearms. So that was their non-violent...
Just in case shit hits the fan.
Right, this was their non-violent... But... in case shit hit the fan, they were also strapped with claymore mines on their chest and firing mechanisms in their hands. So they were ready to fuck shit up.
Accompanied by B-52 Stratoforces.
Yeah, so these are the troops on the ground. But once the South Koreans got to the combat zone, they were handed out M16 rifles and M79 grenade launchers. So they had grenade launchers and claymores strapped on their body. So this is amazing. They were shouting at the North Korean... Oh, so listen. So it's been said that several of the commandos that had the claymore mines strapped on their chest with the firing mechanisms in their hands were shouting at the North Koreans, telling them to cross the bridge.
Damn.
Come across this motherfucker.
Yeah, with all our firepower behind him.
I dare you. Oh, yeah, I dare you. So, really, really funny.
So these are South Koreans or Americans?
These are South Koreans.
Okay, because I don't... That sounds like a South Korean thing.
We were in the Cobra attack helicopter hovering right above them. Just do something.
The U.S. Infantry Company were in 20 utility helicopters, 7 Cobra attack helicopters circling behind them. Behind these helicopters were B-52 Stratoforces coming from Guam, F-4 Phantoms coming from South Korea, F-5 and F-86 fighters were visible flying at high altitude, while F-111 bombers were flying at low altitude, and they also had F-4C and D Phantoms.
Ready to fuck shit
They
up.
had an entire air unit out there from Clark. Oh, where's Clark? In the Philippines.
They have a carrier too?
Yeah, they had an aircraft carrier with... Look, they even had a second battalion
Sounds to me like we were looking for a reason to bomb North Korea.
Absolutely. So listen, near the edges of the DMZ, there were more heavily armed U.S. and South Korean infantry and artillery, including the 71st Air Defense Regiment, with Hawk missiles and armored tanks. In addition, 12,000 troops were ordered to Korea, including 1,800 Marines from Okinawa.
You said 76, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is Nixon? Or is this Kennedy?
No, Kennedy died in the 60s. So 67.
It's Nixon or Truman, though.
I thought it was Truman.
Truman was 1950.
Look at
Truman dropped the bomb on Japan.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you look that up real quick? Who's the president in 76?
Who was before Reagan?
Nixon.
Yeah, it was Nixon.
It was Nixon?
Well, who took over for Nixon?
I don't know.
When he resigned. I forget. Who was his VP?
I don't know.
Oh, listen. During the operation, nuclear-capable strategic bombers circled over. According to intelligence analysis, they were monitoring North Korea tactical locations. So they were nukes were circling over spots in North Korea, just ready to fucking drop them.
That's what I'm saying is whoever was president at the time was looking to go to war with North Korea.
It was Nixon.
It was Nixon.
It was Nixon?
Nixon wanted to go to war.
He wanted to just fucking level them.
Yeah.
Ford was the president before Nixon.
This is amazing.
Who took over for Nixon when he got impeached?
That's what I'm trying to look up.
So listen. So 5 minutes into the operation, the UNC notified North Korean counterparts what was going on in order to peacefully finish the work, and so they peacefully let them cut down the tree.
Well, no shit.
So,
My bad.
Yeah.
so not only that, but right. So they cut the tree down, and they just
They're a very, very weird country.
Listen,
Have you ever seen...
they cut the tree and they just push it over onto their side.
So they can clean it up? I'd have freaking put it in a cannon and shot pieces of it out.
I love it.
But you know what is crazy about that place? Have you ever seen how they have that whole city that's built, that's a really nice city right next to the border of South Korea? But
Yeah, they're fake.
No one lives there?
Yeah, it's like a studio set.
Yeah, and then they pump like constant bullshit over these loudspeakers to the dude. If I was South Korea, I would definitely nuke them at any chance I got.
Right.
So here's my issue with this too.
Just to correct, Ford was the one that sworn in after Nixon retired. Not before.
Okay.
So here's my take on this though too, right? If you look, this was a UN supported, 100% supported operation. The UN, it says after the fact, the United Nations Command demanded that the North Koreans punish those involved and make adequate reparations. So it's like, that's the UN being like, yeah.
That's when we controlled the UN.
That's when we controlled the UN. Now, it's like, you get, I don't know, there isn't even really words. It's conflict at expense.
I think Trump would have cut the tree down too.
I think
Not
Trump
so
would
much
have
though,
done that.
because now that was that way with Obama because Obama never did jack, and neither did Clinton. Because remember, Clinton let them blow up that fighter ship of ours in port.
The coal, yeah.
Yeah, and didn't do nothing about it. So then when Trump got in office, they're like, "Oh, this Moab is going to get decommissioned. We either got to use it."
First week.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, let's go
Let's find a
bomb
hole
that.
in Afghanistan. We can drop
Just
this
blow that whole mountain up."
Yeah.
Like blew the whole mountain up.
So-
And that right there, you notice the Taliban ever since then's like, the hell with this.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned, you were like, where the fuck did ISIS go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, because his ass blew their... Here's what happened, and they're not going to talk about it, but you always hear they hide in the mountains.
Yeah.
He blew up a whole mountain. Their leadership was in that
Well,
mountain.
that bomb evacuated the oxygen from the cave, so they're in there playing, Uno
Yeah.
or some shit, and all of a sudden, did you hear that? And they're gone.
Yeah.
And then he blew up one of their runways, too.
So-
Yeah.
yeah.
But this is the part we're talking about. Everybody wants to know what's going on all the time, right? Because not because they want to know what's going on, because they want to argue it or
They
they
wanna
want to
criticize
dispute
it,
it. They
yeah.
want to criticize it. Sam and I were like, you know what? As much as we want to know what's going on, I'm cool with waiting for the movie if it means that the shit's going to go down.
Here's
If The Rock
something-
and Kevin Hart are playing.
If The Rock and Kevin Hart are... Do you not see The Rock as like a Kim Jong... Or not The Rock, I'm saying the
Kevin
other way.
Hart.
Kevin Hart as as Kim Jong,
leader
with
of North Korea.
with the hair and
Oh,
everything,
God.
and The Rock. Instead of, look, here's the deal: you get rid of the 20 vehicles, and you just have The Rock running up to this tree with a chainsaw.
Or with that big 2x4 from that one movie. Just hacking at it.
Just going
No, he makes a bat out of the tree after he cuts it down.
and inscribes a lightning bolt. And
So-
he hands it to Robert Redford.
Oh, man.
Well, and back to the Trump thing, Iran's been playing games on us. Trump ain't playing them games.
We just sailed a carrier over that way, too.
Yeah, and they're not going to do shit. You watch. Because there's a difference. When Obama said shit, they knew he wasn't going to do it. When Trump says something, it's going to happen. So you better listen, or else you're going to die.
This is one problem I do have with 4-year terms, and I'm not... Okay, I don't want to say this the wrong way. I'm not saying that a president should be for life, but the problem is most 4-year terms, right, are completely... They're spending 1 year completely campaigning.
2 years.
They're spending 2 years.
There needs to be a 6-year term.
We're 2 years of it because they're campaigning for 2 years
Yeah,
anyway.
it's a lame duck. It's always lame duck.
It's lame duck, and even if they get reelected, right? So what do they have? 5 out of 8 years that were actually,
Right.
a continual thought.
Well, look at the money that costs us
It's expensive.
for 18 months of campaigning.
There's a reason why we fear something like Putin, right? Dude's been there forever. You don't know when he's not going to be there anymore. You piss the guy off. We could be in a war for how the fuck long,
Did
right?
you see him eat shit on the ice skating rink?
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
He played in a hockey game
That's awesome.
last week, and he was skating around the rink, waving to the crowd and everything, and they laid out a carpet by the gates where you walk into the bench for the hockey team, and he wasn't paying attention, and there's players skating behind him, probably Secret Service or whatever their version of that is, and he skates right onto the carpet and just falls down. It was fucking hilarious. Because you can see the guys behind him like, oh, we're about to get killed because we're letting this happen. They're trying to rush to catch him.
Yeah.
And
You
he
think
ate
they got
shit.
killed?
Who knows?
But let me finish my thought real quick on that. So I'm willing to accept it even if my president doesn't get elected and they have a longer term, right? But because if you look at the stretch of, Clinton to Bush to Obama like that, right? We set the precedent that we are not really going to it's kind of like this. It's like, imagine we all work together and we all do the same exact job, but Sam's a fucking absolute expert at it. But we keep trying to say that we're good at it too. So at some point, Sam's going to sit back and be like, okay, guys, you figure it out. Just so that we could be like, all right, you were right. That can't happen in a 4-year term, especially if you're talking about something like the UN. So I see Clinton and Obama both being like, no, everybody gets a shot to play, right? You guys play. Let's see what you can do. Whereas you had somebody, obviously, in this situation it was Nixon, right, that did this? Is that what we determined?
Well, it could have been Ford. When did Nixon get out? 74?
So then it had to have been Ford. Then.
Yeah.
It had to have been Ford. So, but the idea is, any president, I don't care whether they're Republican or Democrat, but anybody with some backbone to be like, no, we are the superpower. Like, and I honestly don't give a fuck what you have to say. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because once we've relinquished that, it's really hard to get back. Mm-hmm. Once you lose control of the relationship, it is really hard to get back.
Yeah, but I feel like Trump has. Like, the Paris Accords, just saying the hell with you. Like, all the bullshit that happened from Bush through Clinton through
Bush.
And
then
Bush,
Obama, yeah.
And all this shit that has happened since Reagan of this pussification of America has gone and done full circle, and we've come back to carrying a big-ass stick.
I agree that we're carrying a big-ass stick, but what I'm getting at is look at the fucking backlash we're getting here at home. You get what I'm trying to say?
Speaking of backlash,
it shouldn't be that way. It should be like we should be supportive of the president regardless. Regardless, man. When I didn't vote for Obama, when he won, that's my president. He's the president.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. President.
We're not having epic meltdowns over
We're not having epic meltdowns. We realize what's going on and say, that's fine. We're not doing what did we do wrong? How could we still win? No. Like, how could we still win? That's treason. Right?
The generational difference now.
What's going on right now, in my opinion, is there's a lot of borderline treason going on. You're trying to usurp the president with bullshit. Now, so what? Shady character in his past. I don't give a fuck. I care about being safe here in this country.
What's he doing now? Yep.
That's how I feel. Getting safer in this country. But anyway, so and it's not to be political, because I honestly don't care whether it's a Democrat, Republican. We were saying how if The Rock won, it'd be the best middle of the road president we've ever had.
The movies after that would be amazing.
The movies would be spectacular.
Fires the Secret Service detail. I don't need you guys.
Here's what I was going to say, though, about what you were saying.
No, so listen. So he does a movie, and because he was the president, and everything loosely based on true events. And these fucking ninjas break into the White House, and he steps in front of all the Secret Service.
Taking the bullets.
The true event was he was the president.
Yeah.
So it worked.
It's funny.
Golly.
I was going to say, on a more serious note, they were going to put a tribute to Hiroshima and Nagasaki and put it in a museum and, say what had happened and whatnot. Obviously, 250,000 people died in Hiroshima during one bomb.
Yeah,
that's over the years. Only 40,000 people died that
Only
day.
40,000.
That day.
But I mean, over the decades, that's how many.
Which is amazing.
Most died within
Like,
3 years.
And I don't mean amazing as in like good. I mean like that's
And
like
what's crazy is they didn't even give up after that first one.
No.
It took another one.
Yep.
But here's the thing is everybody's up in arms because they're like, we killed so many people, we shouldn't be celebrating that. We're not celebrating that.
No.
It's like
We saved probably
people
20 million.
They want to forget history.
Yeah.
But history always repeats itself, so you should probably pay attention.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I've been, like I said, I've been listening to all the Battle of Midway stuff. Did you know they attacked Midway? Japan did.
That was a crazy battle.
Yes. They attacked Midway because they thought if they attacked Midway and took that we would get scared of the situation and not get involved in World War II. First off, we were already involved in World War II.
Big
They
mistake.
didn't know that. And they didn't realize that you do not ever start a fight with us. And that's one thing even Hitler understood because they asked him, supposedly in one of his meetings, why he never attacked America. And he said because every single citizen is armed to the gills.
Absolutely.
And they would stand no chance here.
Yeah.
Because
There's no land invasion.
we're the only country that if you come to us, you're going to die.
Japan would have had a chance had they immediately after Pearl Harbor went to Alaska and came down into the United States. They would have got probably as far as the Mississippi River before.
That's what they were trying to do in Midway.
Right.
Is they were trying to hit there, go up,
Yep.
and then go down to Pearl Harbor.
There's a great conspiracy series on Netflix that talks about some of the post-war operations, or like why leading up to the war did the Nazi Party like end up acquiring land in like Antarctica and the North Pole. You know what I mean? Like they're up to something, and I think that was the ultimate goal was to come at us from both sides like that.
Well, they had the upper hand on the missiles for sure.
For sure. Dude, German engineering,
V2
especially
rocket,
when the scientists,
I'll tell you, they can
Knew what
build.
the fuck was going
they
on.
can definitely build a windshield wiper
they can build one.
apparatus.
They can build one hell of a windshield
Did
wiper.
you know? And then another thing is, the fat boy and the little man were fission nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
There was a second one that we made after that detonates differently, creates more power, and doesn't require as much size. I forget exactly.
Well, the
what they
first
call
ones
it.
were projectiles fired in to cause the.
And then this one supposedly is way bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and they've tested those, and they work. But they have a third that they've never detonated because they're worried it'll knock the Earth off its axis.
Yeah, that won't happen.
That's how big it is.
Are you, like, personally, are you afraid that it may take a World War III to set shit straight?
Who was it that said, I know not what World War III will be fought with, but I know World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones?
Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of.
I don't think it'll come to that.
You don't think it'll come to that?
No.
But my only fear is, all right,
There's only two major players in that war, Russia and us.
I disagree. China.
Russia's got nukes sitting in barns.
India,
India.
Pakistan has nukes. There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
They got nukes, but they don't have thousands of nukes.
No.
They're not tactical either.
The problem I see. So here's the problem I see is it's going to be a war of button pushing, and
Well, it'll be air superiority, and we have that hands down.
sure.
China has one carrier. We have like 16 or 12 or something.
My fear with that, though, my fear with not having war. Now, this isn't saying that I'm pro us starting a war. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. But my fear is like a bad relationship when tensions go for so long. It's just like, so we could be doing this for another 50, 100 years, and everybody is just right at each other's throats. Where at some point, the alpha male needs to fucking step up.
And we
Mark
are.
his fucking
This is
territory.
what people don't realize. And so, you know how everybody's having this big fit over the fact that we put tariffs on China and we're losing a little money in certain sectors. Did you know that America's GDP, China accounts for 3%? That is it. If you took everything from China that they buy from us, every single bit is 3%. That's true. That's a fact.
Well, we doubled their GDP, and we only have a third of the population.
Our GDP growth last quarter was 3.6%,
It's supposed to be 1.8 according to
No, Obama said we'd never hit 3 again.
No, yeah.
But anyway, so it was over 3%. Point being is we could have lost the entire amount of money that we make from China and not lost any money. We'd have still gained money. Flip side of that, we go to war with China. We're the largest. We buy more goods than any other country in the world by a bazillion fold. if we stop giving them money and we go internal, because now we have shale for, fuels. We still, I mean, think of all the steel up north. Like, we have everything to take care of ourselves.
We export fossil
and
fuels
we
now.
don't export anything, and we shut them down. Literally, China buys our leftover steel because they don't have any.
Mm-hmm.
Not only can they not beat us because they lose all that money, but they have no actual tangible goods to be able to make anything. Literally, we will be making tanks and carriers and everything else, and you're just sitting over there with no money, not being able to produce anything. We'll just make it.
They thought their national product was people. They thought they shit out enough people, and they could eventually just take everything over. And that doesn't mean like by force. It means by like, no, they are the workforce. You know what I mean? Why not get shit done over there? It's so much cheaper.
Well, like I said, they have so many, a billion plus people, and half of our economy, and we have a third of their population.
We're a third of their population.
So that says it all right there.
But you can have a billion people, but none of them can own guns.
Yeah.
So
No, that's I'm not saying like physical war.
Trade wars.
I'm trying to say like trade wars. They're like, no. Like, we get everything done here so much cheaper because we have twice the amount, 3 times the amount of people that could work on it, right? So, but what I think is going on now, which I do really, really appreciate. I appreciate what's going on with the tariffs and stuff like that, and trade embargoes. That is modern warfare. In a way, right? So that is like putting an army on
Tom Clancy, man.
Yeah, right. that is like putting an army on the border and being like, what now?
And that's another thing.
We need to do that to be like, no, fuck you.
Yeah,
we're still fine.
Technologically as well, you know how Iran kept trying to make nuclear reactors and they kept blowing up?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear
Well, we're hacking their shit all the time.
We were hacking it and turning off the coolers and blowing them
their
up.
centrifuges. We were reprogramming them so they spin the opposite way and fuck everything up.
And just blow their shit up. We never even showed up. They never even knew it was us.
Some 15-year-old in the Pentagon's like, watch this.
And that's the thing. You know,
what am I doing here?
The world,
don't worry about
what
it.
I don't understand is the world
playing a video game.
The world looks at us and says they're excessive, they're stupid, they're rednecks, and this and that. Well, guess what? We're excessive in war too. And you need to learn about Midway, because you talk about excess and knowing what is coming. That is just Japan thought they had us. They had no clue what was about to hit them.
So
what are you guys building in the desert over there? What is that? We're going to send balloons and find out.
Midway, when they got there, only had like 40 troops on it.
Yeah.
And they let them bomb it, and then they're like, okay, we're going to come around here.
Yeah.
And we're just going to annihilate.
We lost a lot of people on that. What did we...
We did lose a lot in that
800,
war.
700 people in that battle?
Did you know that was the first time, because the Zeros were better than our planes?
Yeah, they were like the MiG, the Russian MiG.
Yeah.
We just had bigger shit.
We had more, is the thing. But that's when they invented the Hirsch or something maneuver. So the planes used to go out, and the Zeros used to always get us because they were faster. So what they found out is they made up a new maneuver, right? So Zero would get behind one of our guys who was slower, and they would turn the planes. They would start out like poles, is what they called it. They'd turn towards each other. That way, either the Zero had to break off, or it would stay behind and they'd have a straight shot at them. But because the other one was on other post and the other one was on other post, they'd shoot them in the opposite direction. It was the first war that they ever did that in. Zeros didn't know what the hell to do.
Was that with the Mustang? The P-51?
We didn't have the Mustang yet, I don't think. Because the Mustang was faster than Zero.
We had that in World War II.
We had the Avenger or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
The Mustang was... Wasn't it the first one to be able to break the sound barrier? Like on a full down
like a dive? Maybe. That's fast. 700 miles an hour. I don't know.
I think it could do it, though, without falling apart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're much more robust planes.
There's two things that I greatly appreciate, especially about the American point of view, and which is why I do still think that we are the greatest nation ever of all the great nations. I honestly think that. And I honestly think that we could stay that way for however long.
Only thing that's going to defeat us is us.
Correct. Which
dissolve from the inside.
World War III, sticks and stones, like back to the Stone Age, can definitely happen. We could be living in Fallout 17 by then, probably. But anyway, so what I absolutely love about our mindset is, all right, so something happens, like 9/11, right? Do you know how many fucking people died on the other side for every one American? Like in war, like actual.
That's what I'm saying, though. Even like in Midway, we don't retaliate. We may not have the best, but we have the most.
But
We do everything in excess.
But I guess my point is, it's like they'll keep coming, and we'll keep mowing them down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and it's like you just said, we lost like 800 something. That's a lot for us.
For one battle, yeah.
For us, that's a lot.
Yeah, but we killed 5,000 of them.
no, Midway we lost 320
Was it 300?
something, and they lost 2,500.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. So, for
we blew
example,
up 4 aircraft carriers.
look
full.
at Korea. We fucking leveled an entire city. Everybody gone.
How many people do they have? 200 plus thousand, sir. Just drop a bomb for every one of them.
A bomb for... Right.
Okay.
It's outrageous, but I fucking love it.
And think how awful we were. We're like, oh, there's a lot of trees here. Let's invent Agent Orange, so we not only burn them to death, but we're going to create cancer
Defoliate,
on a huge scale.
Well, look, we didn't know, but we learned.
Well, then we made a bomb instead of 200,000 bombs. Well, let's just drop one.
Is there a way we could do this more cost effectively? Just one bomb?
Did you know that the thought of nuclear war, I don't know if you know this, the guy that actually was wanting to have this happen was trying to reach out to the president, who was Truman at the time, I think.
Yeah, well, it was Eisenhower before Truman. Truman dropped the bomb.
Yeah, but he was from Poland, actually.
Well, Albert Einstein was totally against it.
No, he wasn't.
Well, he said, don't build... He told him this is what's going to happen. You're going to...
That's not true. I learned that
Einstein?
today. No, Einstein actually wrote a note with this guy to the president saying, I
Yeah.
don't believe in this, but
Right, that's what I'm saying.
if we don't do this and Hitler gets it, everyone's going to die.
We had Oppenheimer, though, so he was...
Yeah.
Father of the bomb,
Yeah,
right?
he was the man.
Yep.
Did you ever watch that show,
Manhattan
The Manhattan Project?
Yeah,
about
with
the
the
spies
whole
and
building.
stuff? Yeah.
Dude, they put it under a freaking stadium. How smart is that? They put it under the Ohio State, wasn't it, football stadium?
Well, they
One
had
of them?
They had plants in Tennessee where they were rich in uranium, but the original project started in a basement in New York City, in Manhattan.
That's why I said Manhattan.
And then they're doing their shit, and they're like, we should probably move this to the desert.
Yeah, because it's
Just in
shaking.
case. Like, my hand's turning red, and there's vibrations. I don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And that's why it was called originally the Manhattan Project. But yeah, that's great. They were enriching it in Kentucky. That's where it was. There's a plant in Kentucky and Oregon. Most of the uranium we had was up there.
And the thing is this was what, the 50s, I think?
The 40. We started developing the bomb 42-ish, 3. Because the first bomb, Trinity, was 45. Or 40, I'm sorry, 44. We blew up one into the desert here first. And then right after that was Fat Man and Little Boy.
Yeah, which, you know, the story behind that is they told them we had hundreds of those.
You know, I think
we didn't have any.
No.
We blew up Trinity in July of 45, and then we nuked Japan in August.
And we couldn't enrich the uranium fast enough to create another one for 6 months.
Yep.
It wasn't that we couldn't build the bomb fast. It's we couldn't get the uranium done that fast until they found out how to create a new bomb that only took
That was a
couple
good show,
days.
too. I like that show.
The second thing I really appreciate all of that is the Japanese. All right. I have tons of respect for the Japanese because once that shit happened, they knew their place. And I'm not trying to say anything about superior
Except
races.
for the Emperor. He didn't want to quit.
He didn't want to quit.
His people were like,
But
you need to fucking
but
stop.
what I'm getting at is, couldn't Japanese today have like this disgusting grudge against us?
I kind of would.
and
They put them
hate
in
us.
internment
Well,
camps in the United States.
We wrote their constitution. After we sailed into Tokyo Harbor on the USS Missouri
Helped
and said,
them rebuild.
sign the dotted line and we'll give you whatever you want. You're on our side now forever.
Yes.
And they are.
They're not too friendly with China to this
No,
day,
they-
though.
But that's kind of what I'm
Or
getting
North
at.
Korea.
But,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm getting at is they realize like, all right, this was
Well, they bombed us.
I get
we,
it.
we didn't go after them.
You're missing the point. But you're missing the point. What I'm trying to say is, it's like getting your ass beat by somebody, and instead of being a dick about it and drive by shooting him while he's having a barbecue with his family, you're like, hey, you're a pretty good fighter. I can respect that. You want to be boys? I got your back. You know I'm a good fighter too. Like, I fought you. I just happened to have lost. But I will fight for you. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, that was like, they had a fork in the road. And, I mean, I think they chose the right side.
They
So-
didn't have a choice.
No.
We would have occupied Japan if they hadn't agreed. to it.
Agreed.
Then you know when our troops were driving around their cities, their soldiers would stand on the road with their backs turned to us because they thought they didn't have enough. They didn't earn our respect. They couldn't look our soldiers in the eye.
Well,
That's pretty hard.
the other thing
We
is
fucked
even,
them up.
Yeah.
even in moving forward now, like the whole money situation, even if they hate us, these nations knows we are necessary evil in their eyes. Because look at Venezuela since we cut them off. You don't get our money, you don't live. Look at Iran now.
Yeah, but
Same
we don't
thing.
want but we don't want inferior trading partners. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like
Lopsided.
Yeah, we don't want we come off as bullies, but in a perfect world, everybody would have the same trading power we do because that would create low cost and quality goods all around. We enjoy trading with Japan. They make the shit that they send over is good products compared to China, compared to
How about
the
Canada,
shit that comes
though?
from
Remember
Taiwan.
when Canada stepped up and acted like they were going to be tough?
Oh my god.
And we're just like, shut up. Like, you're Canada. Chill out and smoke some weed.
It's so funny how much like the French they are.
Yeah.
You know what I
well,
mean?
they are French.
I know, but I'm saying it's like you would think that being close enough to us that they could have picked up a little something. I'm sure, like over the years, we could have helped them build a little bit of a backbone.
We've protected them forever.
We fucking
We're their big brother.
right.
Like
And
when France didn't help us in that earlier war, and we're like, you know what, you can fucking go to Canada.
Right.
You're not. We're staying here. You go to
Yeah,
Canada.
what's so crazy to me is I did not realize that the airspace over Great Britain in the World War was totally owned by the Germans.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't get planes in the air.
They bombed the shit out of London all the time.
Constantly.
Yep.
They couldn't get anything off the ground. They were done
Yeah.
if it wasn't for us.
From the way
Oh, yeah,
I was reading it, like, dude, that was an extremely dicey situation. Like that shit could have, dude, Europe was fucked.
Well, after we got bombed in Pearl Harbor, we spent 4 years beating Hitler up first,
Right.
and developing the bomb.
Right.
Little did Japan know. They're like, oh, we got them. They're over there. And
Yeah, they thought we were being quiet.
Yeah.
Like, we kicked their ass.
Yeah.
What's that plane?
Meanwhile, we were deciphering all their code.
Well, we bombed the shit out of Tokyo, the Doolittle raid, right after
Yeah.
we firebombed the hell out of that.
Yep. But I mean, dude, the UK was toast, man. Dude, fucking the Germans, like you said London was getting bombed daily.
Yeah.
Fucking daily. They could not do anything, dude. It was a nasty situation. Who was it? Churchill?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was crazy.
Yeah.
He should have been born an American because he acted like
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And
No.
they thought he was nuts.
No, we were descendants of his gene pool.
We
are.
I'm on
You
the
ever see
other
that-
side of the island.
Oh yeah.
What was that recent movie about that? Because it was the only reason they got those troops off the island is because the locals went and picked them up in boats.
Mm-hmm.
What was that battle again? I'm having a blank. Where they were just getting slaughtered on the beach.
Normandy, no.
Normandy.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Well, that was
Normandy.
the invasion.
That
yeah.
was terrible.
We won, though.
We did, but that was nasty. That was
Well, that wasn't
Private
really
Ryan,
us.
wasn't it?
That was them. There wasn't a lot of us there.
Oh, we were there.
Well, we had like 3 other countries go with us, but
oh yeah.
Well, I'm
that
not
was
thinking
a
of
huge
Normandy.
joint
we
operation.
went first, yeah.
I'm thinking of another one then. I forget.
How do you draw that stick?
Yeah.
We'll go first. Like, what were the terms that let us go first? I get like fairness, right? Like if they, but you know, I
we were
wondered-
leading everything. I mean, it was just follow us.
I fucking send the French in.
We have we're going to get their asses kicked. We got to go mop up them after we go in there. We got it.
It is funny to think though that France, who talks so much crap about us, it so easily forgets. It's not like it's all that long ago.
Wow. Of the Allied casualties, 83,000 were from the 21st Army Group of British, Canadian, and Polish ground forces. 125,000 were from U.S. ground forces.
Dunkirk. That's what. I'm thinking.
yeah.
Yep.
Dunkirk's the one I'm thinking about. That wasn't us. We weren't there. That was them, and they were trapped on that section
Yep.
of that island.
Yep.
So we lost more than they did
Oh, yeah.
combined. So for example, they lost 83, or the
Allies.
the Allies lost 83,000. We lost 125,000, and the Germans lost roughly 200,000. But then 200 fucking thousand soldiers.
Yeah.
And the Jews lost a lot more.
That's fucking crazy. How many on D-Day? That's one day. Good God.
Well,
There was so much going on.
It was
too.
over 3 days, I think.
Well,
The invasion,
yeah.
yeah.
So that
The first day was really bad.
the first day was bad. So that think about it. You know how good the air quality must have been, like within the following weeks, with like
In Hiroshima?
that many.
Not good.
Not in Hiroshima, but that many less people
Yeah.
fucking breathe in your air. You're like, oh my God. I can breathe.
And the body started decomposing.
Yeah, and then everything just goes to shit. Well, fuck, man. We went on a tangent on this one, huh? We really wanted to just tell the story about Operation Paul Bunyan, which phenomenal name for an operation.
It's great.
That's one of the best names for an operation. Actually, here, talk some more. There was something I found earlier, best names for operations. I didn't click
Military
on it.
operations?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. There's probably some crazy ones.
Oh, yeah. 10 greatest military operation names. We've got...
Is Paul Bunyan on it?
We'll see.
It should be on it.
We'll see.
Operation Desert Storm was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Operation Overlord. Allied invasion of France on D-Day. Operation Rolling Thunder. The 67-68 bombing campaign of North Vietnam. Operation Red Dawn. Red Dawn was to capture Saddam. Operation Vittles. And World War III maybe started in 1948 for Chinese blockade. No, whatever. Operation Urgent Fury.
That's right.
Totally necessary in 1983. The U.S. forces invaded a Caribbean nation that was flirting with communism. Operation Desert Storm. Operation Wrath of God. Palestinian terrorists from Black September and PLO attacked the athletes' village. Oh, Munich.
Yeah.
Wrath of God.
God, that must have been some covert shit.
Over the next 16 years, intelligence agency conducted a covert operation to retaliate against the terrorists responsible for that massacre.
There you go. That's why I never heard of it.
Yep. Operation Barbosa.
How did Bay of Pigs
1941 German military crushing Stalin. Operation
I think
Magic
there's a lot
Carpet.
of wild boar on that part of the island, and that's what the bay was named after.
Cuban Missile Crisis was not a good name.
I could
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Operation Magic Carpet. Now you know the name. Listen to what they did. In 1949 and 1950, Seeker airlift brought almost 50,000 Jews from Aden to Israel. So it was a covert, underground railroad kind of a deal. Evacuation of Magic Carpet. That makes sense.
Cool, yeah.
Operation Dynamo. 2017 was the year of Operation Dynamo, with Dunkirk and Darkest Hour. France, 1940, 338,000 troops were recused. A miracle that allowed Great Britain to regroup and eventually win the war. No, so there's nothing. No,
that's
dude, come on, Paul Bunyan.
That's the best one.
That is not a.
And we didn't even shoot one bullet.
Apparently, we got shot at though.
Yeah,
the Apache helicopter got shot
did
at
it?
with and the crazy thing was there's a high-ranking officer in that Apache helicopter. So
the Cobra,
yeah. So the Cobra. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you knew, dude, once they started shooting at that, you know that there were some people
they probably lit that dude up.
Oh shit!
They probably just lit him up. And
I would think so. I would think so. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because they were probably firing from a fucking field somewhere.
They weren't posting on Twitter when they were doing it.
No,
so nobody knew about it.
Bye.
How long did the
You're gonna erase
invasion
your history
of Desert Storm last? Wasn't that like a week? And we destroyed a whole country's whole military?
I don't even think. Yeah, I think it was a week.
Like the whole military, every Air Force base, had no recourse.
Yeah, we had a harder time dealing with when they set the oil rigs on fire. That was a big mess.
Yeah.
Dude, this is way better. I got a ranker list. I should have went to ranker at the very beginning. There's a ranker list, top 20. And I'm not going to go through what the operations were. I'm just going to read the names. Operation Overlord. And this is in order from number 1 down. Operation Rolling Thunder. Desert Storm. Operation Phantom Fury. Operation Neptune Spear. That was actually the plan to take out Bin Laden, carried out by the Navy SEALs. Operation Red Dawn. Operation Eagle Claw. That is pretty fucking gangster.
I still feel like he's not dead, by the way. I think we got him holed up somewhere getting intelligence.
Oh, that was a failed attempt to rescue hostages in Iran. Operation Iron Justice. Operation Steel Curtain. Operation Urgent Fury. Operation Spartan Scorpion. What is this? Spartans, Masterful Warriors, blah, blah, blah. The operation to finish off party hardliners in Iraq. Operation Just Cause. Operation Beastmaster.
Awesome.
Operation
Beast mode.
Yeah.
What if The Rock was president and it was Operation You Can Smell What The Rock is cooking?
Operation Can You Smell?
Yeah.
Operation
The
Smackdown.
People's Brow.
Yeah.
Operation Smackdown. My personal favorite, Operation Linebacker. Number 15, Operation Paul Bunyan.
There you go.
Number 16, Operation Warrior's Rage. Operation Valiant Guardian. Operation Bayonet Lightning. Bayonet Lightning. Oh my God. Operation Gothic Serpent. Operation Chattanooga Choo Choo.
You gotta start researching what these were.
Bombing offensive for the U.S. and Britain. Oh, in preparation for D-Day. Operation Beaver Cage. In '67, they planned to take out the Viet Cong. Operation Charlie Red. Operation Montana Mauler. Operation Breakfast. That's pretty funny. Oh,
Trip to Waffle House.
Operation Raper Thrust. You're talking about the sword.
No.
Operation Baby Lift. Operation All-American Tiger. Operation Gimlet Silent Sniper.
Tell me Operation Dumbo Drop is on there.
No. Operation
Best movie ever.
Oh, yeah.
Operation Centaur Rodeo. A lot of this was like weapon smuggling and like covert up stuff. A lot of it wasn't good. And then Vettles is on there again. So there you go. 15,
good stuff.
15 out of 30. Anyway, so we have some badass operation names.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I kind of like talking about this stuff, man. It gives me...
You should start naming every episode an operation.
We should.
Be cool.
And we should. We just come up with dumb shit.
Yeah. Just anything.
You know what? I had a thought the other day because you see the military vets, they're older, obviously, and they're wearing their hats.
Mm-hmm.
And I think to myself, in his prime, those motherfuckers would literally stomp the ever-living shit out of us.
Yeah.
Our generation is so much weaker than the greatest generation. Like that greatest generation, yeah, I was watching that movie, The Mule, and one of the
They really are
lines,
the greatest generation.
Yeah. I was watching that, the movie The Mule. Have you seen
Eastwood?
Yeah. So he's in there, and the line he says is one of the drug dealer guys puts a gun to him, and he goes, "Boy, I was in Vietnam. I don't care about your gun." And I'm like, that's how it is, man. That's how that group is. They don't give a damn.
No.
They don't play.
Yeah. I know one of the chamber events that I'm going to over the next couple of weeks, they're doing something. Is the one right after Memorial Day? They're it's just dedicated just to former servicemen and women, and they're all getting the floor to just talk about anything they want to talk about, especially related to where they served, when they served, what their role was. The idea is that a lot of successful business people came out of military.
Oh yeah.
They were given structure, they were given opportunities, and then after that they were given a chance at a good life.
No, that's great.
Now here's the difference. Welcome to America. Shit's not just given to you.
Yeah.
Right? They were given an opportunity and they capitalized on it.
I think they earned it.
They fucking earned it. They earned it, but they didn't earn to be CEOs of businesses and stuff like that. Like just by fighting in wars.
Right.
But they earned themselves an opportunity and they capitalized on it by doing that shit. And that's the difference between the greatest generation.
Yep.
And then what we got going on now. But anyway. Operation Shit Show is coming to an end.
That's good.
Operation Clogged Toilet.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be the operation later.
I was thinking about Sam's house. Operation Poopy Diaper.
Operation Dookie Thrust.
What'd you do with the pull-up? Oh, shit.
Operation Pull-Up Mishap. All right, guys. Kevin, got anything before we sign off?
Nope.
Nope.
Not a thing.
Sam?
Good to go.
Sam, we'll probably get you on again before baby time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, like 6 weeks or something like that?
We're going live,
July.
baby time.
We should go live from outside.
Live at the hospital.
Live at the hospital. We are outside her bathroom. All right, guys.
Is that Sam screaming or her?
I think I'm pretty used to it now.
I think Sam just saw something. All right, guys. Have a good night.